You're now listening to the Oh Sith podcast. Video games, comics, movies, life, and whatever the else we want to talk about. With Nick DTW, Cecily, Yvonne, and first polyamorous podcast couple, Oh Sith. Oh Sith. Oh Sith. So Freaks and Geeks, get ready for the Oh Sith Show.
Hey guys, the Oh Sith Show.
Oh Sith Show.
Hi.
Been a while.
Been a long time.
Been a long.
We've had a hiatus.
Fuck a hiatus. We had a child.
Our little peanut.
So
He's not so little anymore.
Yeah, so we're gonna try, and I know I keep fucking saying this. We're gonna try to get back onto a schedule with you guys. Right?
Schedule.
Right, baby?
Yes, baby.
We just finished doing a crossover episode with Secrets of the Sire.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it was really, really good. I mean, we called in. We couldn't really make it there on time. I mean, they wanted to meet at like what was it, a restaurant? I think it was a restaurant. Forgot where they were. Anyway, they wanted to meet there, and we couldn't make it in time because our regular jobs kind of held us up. Our day jobs.
Day jobs.
Okay, Cecily is just repeating everything that I said at this point.
I'm gonna echo you. I thought it was funny.
We're not. I don't need a hype man. We're not on stage. So it was really, really good. So shout out to them. You know, you could go check them out if you get a chance. We're gonna try to do a crossover episode with them. Hopefully, we'll be recording it sometime soon, maybe tomorrow.
Yes.
But if not, we're definitely gonna be doing it soon. So go check out Michael and the Secrets of the Sire podcast. It's only fair to give them a shout out. They gave us some airtime.
Yes.
When you know.
Although they kept messing up our name.
Look,
podcast.
It could be Oh Sith. It could be the Oh Sith Show. I mean, the Oh Sith podcast is good too. I mean, we do own Oh Sith LLC, but I mean, same thing. So Oh Sith is Oh Sith. I only mentioned it on their show because of the fact that, you know, when you go to iTunes and you type it in, it says Oh Sith exclamation point show. It wasn't because I was trying to be a dick. All right, so let me correct that. It was just because of the fact that if people go searching for us, So if people go searching for us, I want them to actually have the right name because, believe it or not, I went to iTunes, I typed in Oh Sith, and a bunch of other shows came up that had nothing to do with our name. It's just it's just the fact that they had more followers or whatever. So Sith was in their name, but Oh Sith was not in their name. So you would think kind of like a Google search, if you put the whole name in, that we would be the first, results there. We weren't. It was just like everybody else before us. It was such bullshit.
That makes me sad.
Yeah, it made me really, really sad because before that was never the case. If you typed this in, we was the first ones that popped up. But we've been gone for so long that we lost a lot. A lot, baby.
Don't say that.
We did. We lost a lot. So if you guys are still listening and you're just like, oh shit, they're back, and you downloaded us, we love you for that. And go tell your friends because you're probably the only one in the room right now.
Damn, babe.
That's it. We lost a lot. So we definitely need you guys to go out there.
That's the first one that pops up on mine.
No, not on mine. See? A bunch of other ones. Cecily always does this every podcast. You guys know this. Like, she'll go off onto her phone and she'll research and look and all this other stuff. It's okay.
Get me all
hot and bothered, I know.
I mean, yeah, but that's not what I was going to say.
Nobody can hear you. You're not talking anywhere near the mic.
That's not what I was going to say. Sorry, but yes.
But you say, yeah, you meant to, though. Yeah. Hot and bothered, baby. Sexy.
Well, look, we're right there.
We're like 18th in a row. The fuck is
we're not. We're 5.
But the name of our show is what you typed in. We should be first. Who's first?
I just put in Oh Sith.
Oh, no, wait. We don't give people shout outs here, okay? We're trying to get first.
This one.
It's FOS, okay? It's some bullshit called FOS. All right? And they're not. They're just because Sith is in the name doesn't mean that they're us. You type in Oh Sith, we should be the first ones to pop up. Some bullshit. Anyway, you're off the ranting and back to the show, okay? Back to the show, baby.
Yes, baby.
No editing, baby. This is a one take. You know this.
I know.
Get your head in the game. Focus here. Focus.
Lord Jesus.
And you're touching the mouse. Thank you.
You, Mister.
So,
okay.
Can we get on with the show? So our son is going on 2.
Thank God.
And I'm proud of it. I'm really happy.
Are you really?
I am. I've made it so he's 2 without fucking him up yet.
I want to say congrats to Nick yesterday. Even I went out
was not
for
fun.
a couple of drinks.
That was hostage.
And Nick said, you know what? Go out. I'll stay with the baby. This is like what?
Second time.
Yeah, this is the second time
I've ever been alone with my son in 2 years.
Yes.
Call me a bad father. It's okay. I already know this shit. It's cool. I already know this. But see, I'm doing milestones. Because when he couldn't walk and I had him in the harness, the front harness, I had him. And then now he can walk and he was asleep. and I had him. See, we're doing milestones. So next time when he can actually play basketball, I'll have him. When he gets married, I have him. We're just doing different milestones of his life, and I'm just doing one time in each milestone. So I think I'm doing pretty good.
Lord Jesus.
I'm doing pretty good. What?
Would you have changed his diaper if I didn't do it before?
Hell, motherfucking no.
Lord.
I don't touch shit.
Have you changed his diaper yet? By like independently?
Yes.
A poopy diaper?
Yes. I have.
How many times?
Under 10.
Under 10?
Under 10. Yeah, under 10. Mm-hmm.
Well then, congrats on that, babe.
You are so low, but I love you.
No, I can't help it.
You gotta sit up.
It's the chair. It keeps... It lowers by itself.
Did you guys missed us? You guys missed us, I know. So, the Oh Sith Show. So today, there's not really much comic news. I mean, I know there's little events going on in comics and stuff, but nothing that I deem personally worthy that we need to talk about. But there is a lot of movies and a lot of game news, and I'm pretty fucking happy about that.
I can't wait.
It's a very good... Because it's summertime, and, you always got the quote-unquote summer blockbusters and stuff like that. So I think, catching up, we're not going to jump right into movies, but I do want to discuss one movie outside of the movie genre.
Oh.
Okay, so we're not going to discuss it as a segment. I want to just discuss this right now while we have airtime. And we don't have to talk about comics.
Okay.
I want to talk about the Infinity War movie.
Oh.
It's I know everybody's probably like, oh my god, why again? Listen, this is our first episode back, so how would I not talk about Infinity War when it's our first episode back? Okay, I know everybody's tired of this shit. I understand that. But if you don't know what happened by now, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's no longer in theaters, so I'm just going to say it. Fuck the spoilers. Everybody dies except for the original Avengers. That's what happens, right?
But even, I mean, yeah, you're right.
Everybody, there's only the original Avengers and who else? Maybe Shuri, that's it? Black Panther's sister?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's really it. I mean, and we don't know what happened to Wong, okay? To be fair, we don't know what happened to Shuri, but the director's already said, without saying it, that she's alive.
Yeah.
Wong, the big fat Asian dude that's with Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Right, the monk. We don't know what happened to him, and they won't, address it.
That's true.
But I mean, for me, I think the movie was great. I think it was a good cinematic masterpiece of his own right.
Look,
okay?
as soon as Gamora died, I was happy. I was like emotionally crushed with the rest of the movie.
I was happy. It was,
and then I love Chris Pratt. I love him, but fucking Star-Lord, you're a piece of shit. You ruined everything.
There was better plans than that, though. To be fair,
everything.
To be fair,
I had this whole conspiracy theory. Sorry to cut you off. About how Doctor Strange just told everybody what was gonna happen, and that throughout the whole movie it really didn't happen, and none of them died, and he was just telling them this is what will happen if you do so and so.
That's not the case. It is a conspiracy theory. Here's a better one. Doctor Strange just could have opened up a portal and just cut his fucking arm off, and that would have been it.
What do you mean?
You know how he could do portals?
Yeah.
And remember in the beginning of the movie, he opened the portal and then cut that dude's arm?
Yes.
Okay, why didn't he do that to Thanos?
I don't know.
See what I mean? The movie would have been over right there.
Fuck.
But I mean, it is what it is. It's a good cinematic masterpiece for its own right. I mean, 10 years building. I don't know if any franchise ever did something like that. Built separate movies for 10 years and then connected them together.
No.
So I think honestly, it was very intriguing.
Other than Star Wars.
It was innovative. It was new. Star Wars didn't even do that. 10 years and then put them together in a mashup movie.
No.
Right. They just had one long fucking trilogy after trilogy, but it's never been independent movies that connected to one. So I really think that was really cool. And like I said, it would be remiss if I didn't mention it if we're about to talk about movies.
So can we also talk about how the fans want us to remake The Last Jedi? That they're raising money for it?
I agree with that. I think The Last Jedi would be good to remake because that movie was trash. It was so trash that it was picked up on Wednesdays.
Why was it trash?
It was horrible. It was horrible. Even Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill said the shit was trash. It was a horrible movie that did not. And I'm not gonna be a fanboy and talk about, oh well, everything there in this doesn't make sense and the inconsistency. Look, I'm not talking about that. It was just the vein of Star Wars. I understand if you want to make it funny. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. You have Guardians of the Galaxy, for perfect example. That's a funny movie. Then you have something like Black Panther that could be a little bit more dark. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it was... And no pun intended. But
you're so stupid.
I just caught myself. But I'm just saying like a dark type of, depressing type of movie. He died and he lost his powers and, the fucking racism that's in the movie. Anyway, but the whole point is you can have different types of movies like that. But Star Wars... it's not a separate brand like Guardians is and Black Panther and Iron Man. It's not. It's one brand. So you're supposed to stick with that tone of that movie. So to take it from a very neutral, serious, because it's a neutral movie, but Han Solo was kind of like the comedic relief every now and then. You know, so it was a very neutral movie for the most part, and then turn that shit into a fucking buddy comedy, because that's essentially what it was. Luke Skywalker and Rey, will they, won't they? Are they friends, are they not friends? Tosses his lightsaber, that's the only remaining, you know, evidence of Darth Vader. He takes it and throws it over his fucking shoulder. That just insulted Anakin, the first movie, the second movie, the third movie, no matter what your opinions are about it. It insulted the entire fucking, you know, original trilogy. You just spit on it.
Well, he did say to talk to the director.
Right, because even he knew it was stupid.
Like, he tweeted about remaking the movie. He said, talk to the director.
I understand that, but, you know, what we got out here with...
I don't know, it just started raining. Maybe the rain made the car go
This
off.
is how it goes, guys. We're making a podcast for you in a thunderstorm. Just for that, give us a thumbs up and a review. This is what we mean by one take. There are no edits, motherfuckers.
Lord
There's
Jesus.
none.
They're going to hate us for this.
I know. We got to fucking do a podcast to see how long this shit is going to go on for. So...
I'm mad that it still hasn't turned off yet. That shit is so annoying.
So, when it comes down to the Star Wars trilogy, right? Just to get back at it. The Last Jedi. It was just complete, utter nonsense. So, you go from the lightsaber to... Han Solo barely being mentioned, and the dice, and then touching the dice and picking it up and having it disappear. I get all of that. I completely get it. But then you also have Rey, right?
Uh-huh.
And then Rey for her own
I
right.
love Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, Daisy Ridley's hot, okay? That if you wasn't here, that'd probably be my baby mama too. But
you think everybody's your
man, you do not understand. I would have so many babies out there. They'll be like, "Where's your father?" I don't know. He's probably fucking another chick.
You would be the generic black man with a whole bunch of babies.
That is racist as fuck.
You couldn't pass up
that is a stereotype beyond belief.
I couldn't pass it up, babe.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
This is who I'm trying to marry, people, okay? It's just this racist, stereotypical bitch here. This is nuts. That's crazy.
That was rude.
I'm not being rude. I love you. I mean,
My
bitch is a
feelings
term.
hurt.
I mean, bitch is a term of endearment, okay? So my whole thing is, you have the original trilogy. You spit on that. You spit on that with the lightsaber. Then you take away Rey's parents. You make her a fucking nobody, which makes no sense because now the whole movie, the fucking Force Awakens, the Force Awakens movie now has no purpose. Every time she mentioned that she was an orphan or a family, and you know how she had the visions, and you're like, oh, well, she must come from somewhere special. All of that shit now means nothing with one sentence in an elevator.
Do you really think it's the fact that like they had different directors? So
Yes. Absolutely.
And you were talking shit about J.J. Abrams, but look at what a good job he did with the first movie.
He did not do a good job. I think J.J. Abrams was the wrong director for The Force Awakens, but I will say that at least he made the movie enjoyable, but also still in the vein of Star Wars. But I just don't like his directing style, and I don't like the story of Force Awakens. I don't. What? I'm not being cynical. I'm saying I like the whole Rey part. Don't get me wrong. I like the whole Rey part.
So then what the fuck would you do to make it the greatest movie ever?
I think Kylo was the worst part about that movie. Kylo Ren is the worst character besides Jar Jar Binks. I don't think anyone will ever be Jar Jar Binks.
Yo, I love
the worst
Jar Jar.
character. I know you do. That's the sad part. I think is the worst fucking character in all of Star Wars. I would take Thrawn.
Why?
I would take fucking the Admiral over this motherfucker. Because the lightsaber is dumb, number one. Number two, they still haven't really given us a clear answer of how he made the lightsaber. Is they said it's a broken crystal, but whose broken crystal? Where did he get it from? All these things they still haven't fucking answered, okay? And that's what The Last Jedi was supposed to do, because, you know, it's the middle one right before the finale. And they didn't even fucking do that. So the lightsaber is fucking dumb. I think the mask and the voice is dumb.
Well,
I think the whole wrinkles in the fucking costume is dumb. He's not intimidating to me, okay? He looks like a fucking emo kid, and he looks like a dude that hangs out in front of 7-Eleven with a fucking trucker hat and a skateboard that I'm gonna punch in the fucking face. He's a horrible fucking character. There's nothing imposing about him at all. He's a whiny, moody teenager, and I've said that since the first movie came out. Okay? Tell
us how you really feel.
I think the character of Kylo, like the idea of him, you know what I mean? Like Darth Vader's grandson. Like that whole premise. I think the idea of him is good. I think the name sucks ass. Okay? And I think the whole character itself, the design of the character is just bum shit. It's horrible.
Do you just not like Adam Driver?
I think he's a horrible actor to play for that too. Don't get me wrong. He was funny in the SNL skit. Okay? He was. I give him that one. But the rest, no. Nah, I think the reason I found it funny was because his character to me is very comedic. I don't think he's a good actor. I don't. He talks like this. the whole time, and I don't know what else to do. He's horrible. I miss my grandfather. He's trash, man.
Oh,
he's trash. He sounds like his dog just died, and it just happened in front of him, and now he's trying to explain it to somebody else.
And it was the most traumatic experience of his life.
I was with Spot, and Spot was ran over by a car.
Right in front of me, his intestines.
And I went to go pick him up, and
they spilled out.
He was just lifeless. Tell me where Luke Skywalker is. Like, it's just so fucking stupid, man. Stupid.
I'm mad that I went along with you.
And then you carry that into the last. So, like I said, the whole premise of it was to me was okay. It was a decent idea of what, finding Luke and all that stuff. I think that they should have still gave Luke more screen time than like 5 seconds at the end. But then you take it into The Last Jedi, and The Last Jedi just takes that whole neutral tone that he was trying to go for. Like I said, I don't think he captured it very well, but J.J. Abrams is trying at least. And then he just goes, fuck that, fuck the original tone. I'm just gonna make this shit into a fucking comedy and just ruin everything you thought about Star Wars. The lightsaber that everybody knew was so great. No, that shit is a piece of shit. I'm just gonna toss it over the shoulder. You care about Rey's parents, and we helped you gain interest in her in the first movie. We're gonna toss that out the fucking window.
Yeah,
Snoke. Oh my god, Snoke. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. What about fucking Snoke? There was no background, no information, none of this, no that. They just cut him in fucking half like if he didn't fucking matter. He's supposed to be a big bad, you know what I mean? Like the dude behind everything. He just fucking cut him in half.
I expected him at least to like live into
the ninth movie, right? Yeah. The ninth movie, and then you got the whole Jedi thing on the circle, the thing that looks like Snoke that was in the temple with Luke. That thing, they made it look like Snoke for a reason, okay? They made it look like Snoke for a reason, and then you don't even answer it. No, it is. If you look at it, because they got pictures of it, like in the building Star Wars books and stuff, like the art, the concept art. If you look at that, then look at Snoke in the robe, and it's the fucking Snoke, man. It's Snoke, and none of that shit made sense. None of it. You didn't explore any of that shit. Rian Johnson, you could suck my dick. It's horrible. It is fucking horrible, man. You don't understand. Like, these movies make me, like, enraged. Star Wars makes me enraged. So, my point is, yes, this is the summer of movies. It was coming out. Yeah, I'm going right back, man. I'm fucking segue. So, you know what I mean? Like, all the movies coming out, I actually like. I love the ideas. I don't think there's one movie that I think should not have been made. Okay, even Solo, I think should have been made, but we're gonna talk about that. So let's get into movies.
Movies.
Oh my God, you're still doing that shit.
Oh Sith, you need to watch this.
Oh, see, you was gonna do that anyway. Yeah. So we were just talking about Solo. Solo, I think is
what?
Solo is a movie. I'm not gonna say that should have been made. Okay, yeah, I'll say it. It should have been made. I don't think it should have been made now.
Why?
I think it was a movie that, of course, everybody want to see Han. They want to see his adventures beforehand. I think, what his name? Adrian Eldridge, whatever the fuck his name is. He is trash as Han Solo. Looks nothing like him. I give it to him. He tried his best to act like Han Solo. I didn't go see the movie. I'm not going to sit down there and judge the concept and the premise of the movie. I'm not going to do none of that. I saw the trailers. I saw a couple clips. He does not sound like Han Solo. He sounds like he's trying. He sounds like a bad impersonator.
I just like Amelia Clark.
Right, I'm not talking about her. I'm just talking about the character of Solo. And you gotta be honest, he doesn't even look like Han Solo.
No, but I love the idea of the movie.
Right, okay, that's my point. I think that is a movie that should have been made. And I think Harrison Ford did a couple press things with him and like endorsed him and stuff like that. Said, yeah, he's a great, Han, and he's good to pass the mantle over. But no, he doesn't look, sound, or act like Han Solo. He looks like a bad impersonator. I would say he looks like a fucking cosplayer. He doesn't.
Wow.
No, he does. He absolutely looks like a cosplayer. He looks like somebody who's dressing up as a character and trying to act like the character, but you absolutely know it's not the character.
Oh, damn.
I think that some cosplayers look more like Han Solo and act like Han Solo than he does.
Oh, that's mean.
No, I'm dead serious. He is trash as an actor. I'm sorry. He is trash as Han Solo. I think that movie is a movie that should have been added to the franchise, but I don't think that movie should have came first. Because honestly, they don't have a good person to play Han Solo right now. And I've seen people's, suggestions, and their suggestions look better than him. So I think if you was going to put him as Han Solo, it was the wrong time to do it. Donald Glover Donald Glover as Lando, absolutely, I endorse that. I also endorse him for Miles Morales and Spider-Man. I think he's a great actor. I've been following him since comedy, College Humor, and Derek Comedy.
I was like,
I want to say Comedy Central. Yeah, I want to say Comedy Central because I love my shows on there. But no, it says College Humor and Derek Comedy. I've been following him. I've been listening to Childish Gambino even before he became famous.
Yes.
It was.
I still remember when you made me listen to his album, and I'm
4 years ago. 4 years ago, I was like, you gotta listen to this fucking guy. He's a comedian.
And I'm like, why are you doing this?
And now everybody's like, oh, Donald Glover, Atlanta, and all this other shit. And I was just like, motherfuckers have been listening to him since he was on YouTube, only getting like 500 views on a video. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, my point is, I think he was great as Lando. I think he has enough geek cred to pull it off too. You know what I mean? Like where it actually legit because he knows the character in and out. Because he likes the character. He's a geek. So I think he did a very good job with it. I think he should have got a standalone movie, especially since they're not putting Billy D. Williams in any of the movies right now. Supposedly he's gonna be in 9. As Lando, his character Lando.
Yeah,
but
I think
nobody ever really shed light on Lando. So I think if anybody should have got screen time, is the character of Lando.
I think he is gonna get his own.
Not anymore, because Disney. If you didn't listen to the news, Disney halted all of the Star Wars independent movies because Solo did so fucking bad. They said no more. They even had Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan movie in the works. Because Ewan McGregor was in the prequels as Obi-Wan. They was bringing him back as Obi-Wan for a standalone movie, and supposedly that movie is in between, the end of the 9th movie. They really don't go into details of it. The end of the 9th movie and the beginning of the one with Mark Hamill. So it was going to be that right in between time.
End of the 9th movie?
Yes.
The 9th movie isn't out yet.
Exactly. They were going to put it as a bookend of it, so they weren't going to mention what happened. This was a movie that was taking place after all of this shit. Oh, I'm sorry, not the 9th movie. The 3rd movie, end of the 3rd movie. When he supposedly killed Anakin.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know he was Darth Vader until later on.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So it was going to take place between that movie and the beginning of episode 4 with Mark Hamill.
Because I was wondering what the fuck is about the 9th movie?
Right. Right. Yeah, I know. I'm tired. I'm tired. So
nigga telling me to take a nap.
Yeah. So it was going to take place in between those movies.
Okay.
And I was really looking forward to it because it's kind of like it answers the question like, yo, what was Obi-Wan doing? While he was watching Luke. And I read the comics, people. You can stop typing on your damn keyboards. I read the motherfucking comics. So I know that they have Obi-Wan Adventures in the comics right now. I understand that. But I actually want to see it on screen. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to put that in my fucking collection. I don't think I have movies and the comics in between and then more fucking movies on my damn, bookcase and shit.
Nick won't even watch, what is it, Rebels?
Rogue One. Oh,
he
Rebels?
Won't watch
I won't watch Rebels until you catch up to me in Rebels.
Yes. Because I didn't watch Clone Wars, and so I'm still
for shame
up on Clone Wars because he won't watch. We watched the whole first season of Rebels, and then he's like, nah, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right, and now you gotta watch every single motherfucking episode, even the lost missions, and blah 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 blah.
Clone Wars was an amazing show. So yeah, they canceled Obi-Wan's movies. And I'm just really upset with this shit.
I feel like they should at least make it.
Nope.
And then
even the Boba Fett movie got canceled, and they were actually announced that movie. They announced they said yes, we are making it, and that shit got canceled.
But they don't want Ewan McGregor to get
too old?
Fucking old.
Well, I mean, at least they won't need to do hair dye for him to play Obi-Wan.
No, but they at least need to make the movie, do it. And then, leave it until, it's a fucking good time. They're
not going to do it because they want instant return on their money. They're going to invest money to make it. I mean, it is Disney, though. I mean, Disney did, segue. Disney did drop close to $72 billion to take Fox. Okay, so now you got The Simpsons, Futurama, American Dad. What else? Holy shit. Family Guy. Family Guy. No, I'm just talking about the other shit besides that. Family Guy. All this shit now belongs to fucking Disney. Okay, so
Disney
ridiculous.
Disney owns our lives.
Basically, at this point, it's Disney and Apple. But my point is, like you just finished saying, they own the X-Men, they own the Fantastic Four. They even said they will bring all of them in after, during Phase 4, supposedly. So they said they do have plans for it. And it sounds to me like Fantastic Four is going to be the first up. I mean, they do call the Fantastic Four the first Marvel family, so... Kind of like, the first family for presidencies, they call it the first Marvel family.
Yeah, I get it. But still.
So yes, it's ridiculous. I honestly think that they should redo the ending, because I know they already filmed. They should redo the ending of Avengers 4 and somehow tie in the whole deal with Fox.
Yeah, because that would be amazing.
Just, even if it's a post-credit scene of Wolverine's claws popping through the dirt or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Like on the planet Earth after the battle, you know, the Reality Stone opened up a new dimension and merged everything, you know what I mean? And see Wolverine's claws come out.
Really?
Like right out of the dirt, like sink, and then everybody's like, oh shit, that was Wolverine's claws. You know, something like that.
How do you know it's not X-23?
She has 2 claws. He has 3.
I'm trying to be funny.
Jesus.
Fucking A.
Catch up with the X-Men shit.
Gotta be so literal.
If X-23 came into the fucking Marvel Universe, it'll be over. Scarlet Witch will have fucking puncture holes in her chest. That bitch will kill all. Think about it. Who the fuck would take out X-23? Ain't no Scarlet Witch. Ain't no fucking Black Widow. None of that shit.
He said,
X-23 is a fucking badass. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about that little fucking girl in that Logan movie. I'm talking about the actual one from the comics, a teenage bitch. She'll fuck everybody up.
Yeah, bring in Captain America.
Hell yeah, bring in gay Daken, Wolverine's son.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Daken is a fuck. He's not even gay. I'm sorry, he's bisexual. This is Pride Month, people. So he's bisexual. That motherfucker, he is ruthless. He's sadistic. Remember, he killed the Punisher.
Who's his mom?
I forgot. Mariko? I think it's Mariko. Japanese.
Okay, yeah.
It's been a while. And then remember, he has another one called James. He has another son. Ridiculous.
I didn't even really realize that he had kids.
Yeah, and then you also got X-23, which is his clone, but kind of like his daughter. Then you have Jubilee, that's kind of like his adopted daughter in a way. Then you have Shadowcat, you know, Kitty Pryde, kind of like his adopted daughter. Wolverine he just fucks anything that moves, and then he's like a fucking
Be careful.
No. Don't get me wrong. He's kind of like Batman. He takes in a lot of orphans.
Okay.
Like Jubilee is like all depressed and the kid, and he goes, "I got you, kiddo." You know,
yeah.
And then Shadowcat, you know, Kitty Pryde is kind of like all depressed. It's okay, you're with me. Like he just adopts all these fucking kids, shit under his wing as his sidekicks.
It's just like you'll be alright.
Yeah, like they're like, oh my god, I love Wolverine. He's like my dad. You know, like it's just some weird shit, son. Like Wolverine, he's like the fucking Marvel version of Batman in a way with that. But anyway, so Marvel and Disney come together. I'm absolutely happy about that. I honestly don't think anything real bad could come out of that, because you know if
Marvel has a great way of doing.
Yeah, I mean Marvel Disney taking Fox, man. I think it's a great move by them. You know, like I said, I don't see anything bad coming out of it, except if they allow Fox to do the movies by themselves.
No, I was just gonna say the only thing that's fucked up is I feel like Disney has a weird. They pick maybe like the wrong directors, or I don't necessarily know what it is, because you don't like any of the new Star Wars movies. Those are all with Disney.
I tolerate them, I guess. So it's not bad, but it's okay.
Maybe they should take advice from Marvel Studios.
What about Star Wars? Star Wars could. I mean, they're all under the House of the Mouse. I mean, they could talk to each other. I'm just talking
about like Disney, like the way they do movies, and like maybe they should really just get advice from Marvel Studios in regards to how to do them, because
you mean Lucasfilm? Star Wars.
No, I'm talking about the Disney franchise. Like, what other Disney movies do they really like
make? Disney makes a lot of movies.
I know, but I'm just saying. The live action ones, I feel like a lot of people don't like, that are under the whole Disney banner. I'm not just talking about like. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I think you mean Lucasfilm needs to take direction from Marvel. I think you're saying, like the creators of Star Wars, that production company.
Well,
if they get their shit together, kind of like Marvel did, then I think you're absolutely right. Because they could, in theory, from what you're saying, they could do that. They could do a Obi-Wan movie. He's dead. They could do like a Finn movie, and then a Poe movie and a Rey movie, you know, and kind of like then bring them together into like one Star Wars movie again.
Yes.
They could do that. Yeah, that absolutely. And that's the route I think they should go, is to build their characters like that. Because, you know, Poe's mother has a Force tree, and he even acknowledged it in the comics. He said, yes, I grew up next to a Force tree. And Carrie Fisher, you know, Leia, in the comics, she tells him, well, that necessarily doesn't mean that you have the Force powers. You know what I mean? Like, but he did grow up next to a tree, so you can kind of explore that in a movie. Right. You know what I mean? And then have him go on his own adventure to discover, you know, himself, whatever, blah blah blah. And then you can have Rey go and fight some like reanimated Sith characters. You know what I mean?
I feel like
that would be cool. And then Finn, what the fuck would Finn do? I don't know what the fuck.
I
Finn
feel like
do.
they really need to take back the fact that her parents are nobody. Her parents, like, you know how many theories motherfuckers came out with.
I mean, honestly,
about who her parents are.
You could kind of retcon that because you could say he was bluffing. You know what I mean? Like you could say because it wasn't anything definite. Like they went to go search for them and the record said they never existed. He just said that to her. So you could say that he was bluffing her. So you could kind of take that back in episode 9.
But she all like agreed to it and was just like.
But that's what I'm saying. But you could take it back and be like, you really believe that, didn't you? But he was lying because he's a bad guy. That type of shit. You could. You could take it back with that. Yeah, it's pathetic and it's a cop out. But that just shows exactly what I'm talking about. The Last Jedi was fucking horrible. It was horrible. It was trash, man.
Whatever, man.
I'm not gonna say it wasn't entertaining trash. It was entertaining trash, but it was still fucking trash.
A nigga said entertaining trash.
It is. Think about it.
We're gonna go to the trailer park.
You have two homeless people in the street fighting bums, right? You're gonna be like, yo, this is entertaining. But in the back of your mind, I'm like, this is fucked up, though. You know what I mean? Like,
this is trash.
It's trash, man. But it's entertaining as fuck. It's that type of shit. It was horrible. That movie was trash. Anyway, go. Predator. The Predator movie coming out. I saw a lot of trailers for it. I will say that they are trying their best. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Don't get me wrong. It does not look bad. But they are trying their best to connect it with the other movies.
Right.
Because they're saying that the Earth knows that there's predators, but the general population doesn't know. And now they gotta fight them because like there's a super predator. But then in my mind I go, didn't we explore the super predator in the movie Predators? Remember when they were in the jungle on another planet?
Yes.
So then we explored this whole super predators thing before.
Yes, and then
so like I don't know if they acknowledged that or not. I don't know.
And then he basically that human that survived was also counted as a predator. He was the same type of elite, and that's why that last predator actually let him go because he proved himself to be just as ruthless and able to combat. And no, he
got off. What about that girl that was there? Did she die?
I don't remember.
I think she might have died.
Yeah, I honestly think he was the last one alive.
But that sucks because she was cool. She was trying to protect him and shit. She was badass.
You make me want to watch the other Predator movies.
I know, but I don't even know if that. I know they acknowledge the ones with like Danny Glover and shit like that, and I think Arnold Schwarzenegger. But they don't. I don't know if they acknowledge that movie Predators. Especially, I think that would have futuristic guns. Did I have futuristic guns? I don't know. Because I think this movie has like regular guns, bullets instead of lasers and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I don't know if that takes place still last, the Predators movie or what? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like I love Aliens and Predators, so I love the new fucking Alien franchise. So if they really fuck up my Predator movies for the new generation, I will really feel a certain type of way. Because I love my Predators. Like, I love them. I'm like speechless because I'm so nervous about them fucking my shit up.
Well, I sent you some trailers on it, so you can watch some more and
let it settle.
Right, maybe
it hasn't settled yet.
Maybe let it absorb into you. You know what I mean? So I mean that might be good. Jurassic World. We haven't seen it yet.
Man.
So I'm not going to give you guys a review or an opinion on it. But Jurassic World, I do want to see the reviews. I think they made $150 billion on the first weekend.
I will say something. Wow. I will say something. They are fucking incredible. I don't give a shit that I haven't seen the movie. I'm going to love it. I'm going to be emotional. I love Jurassic fucking Park movies.
Segue, since you said incredible, we saw The Incredibles today.
That was amazing.
That was a great movie. I mean, everybody's fucking talking about it. Even strangers, we was mentioning, and people were like, "Yeah, that movie's fucking awesome."
It was really good.
See that movie. It was really, 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 really good. It had a long runtime, but honestly, I did not mind the long runtime.
No, not at all.
I mean, it took 14 years for them to make a sequel. So I mean,
they talked about it right before the movie happened.
So I mean, look, it took 14 years for them to make a sequel. So you better have given me a long fucking movie.
Yeah,
because I want a lot of information.
Oh my god,
a lot of shit.
But let me tell you, the movie was awesome. There was this little kid right next to me. It's a child's movie. I get it, but like the kid was banging stuff, playing with stuff, kicking stuff, making noise, and I was not with it. The mom was just like, you know what? We're going home halfway through the movie. And I was like, it took you this long?
This is why I won't bring my son to the movies. Cecily and Eve, they get on me all the time because of the fact that, as you guys know, just so for new listeners, Cecily and Eve, we're all together in a polyamorous relationship. We're the first polyamorous podcast couple. Listen to the intro, bitches. I said podcast couple. Listen to the intro, bitches. So my point is, I tell Cecily and Eve all the time that I don't want to take my son certain places, and they get mad at me. But this is the reason why I don't want to take him to the movies. The little motherfucker won't be able to sit still.
No,
I can't. So the thing is, look, if I'm going to take him to an amusement park, okay, for him, I don't mind. If he's going to go crazy, this is his day. Let him go fucking crazy. But if we're going to the movie so I can watch a movie, so I can enjoy the movie, I want to enjoy the movie, not chase after a 2-year-old. That's my whole point. So it's the same thing when we go to the mall. If I'm going shopping, okay, if I'm going shopping, I want to go shopping. I don't want to be distracted and chase him and argue and stress. Because what's the fucking point of that? I can't enjoy myself if I'm stressed out chasing after him and yelling at him the whole time.
But you want to know what? We're not going to be able to enjoy the rest of our lives because the rest of our lives are going to be.
This is why we have babysitters and a fucking family to watch him and age. Okay, when he starts getting to an age where I can look at him and be like, "You better cut your fucking shit," and then he straightens up, I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm good if I can have a dialogue with him. Daddy, I don't want that. Listen, you better put that shit back because niggas ain't got money for this shit. Put that shit back. And then he'll put it back. I don't mind that. But if I got to chase him and I'm like, come back here. It's like, go. No, I can't argue with him. He don't even understand the words that's coming out my mouth right now.
But you know that Peanut does understand us. So I don't know why he
barely does. Listen, I'm not saying, look, hold the fuck up. Let me finish the thought, damn it. He does understand us. I'm not backtracking shit. He does understand us, but at the same, hold the fuck up and listen. He does understand us, but at the same time, he does not understand us because if he goes into a store, right, and starts taking things, he steals things from stores now. Okay, and if I tell him, Andros, stealing is bad, do not steal. He's gonna look at me like a cat or a dog, going like, rrr? You know what I mean? Just looking at me like, nigga, what did you say? That's my point. He doesn't understand certain things. He understands certain concepts we tell him.
Okay, but you said that he doesn't understand. To elaborate and say he doesn't understand certain things is different, but to be like, no, our son is stupid.
I didn't say he's stupid.
He don't understand
when did I say my son is stupid? My son is smart as fuck, actually, okay? He's a manipulative little smart shit. Okay? I love my son.
I wonder who he gets it from.
People are like, they're really parents now because all they do is talk about their kids. So what I'm saying is I cannot take a child to a movie. I can't take a child to a museum. I can't take a child to the mall. Everything starts as fucking M's these days. What the fuck? I can't take my child to, let's say, a theme park that I want to go to. I don't want to babysit. I don't want to watch and I don't want to chase him. But it's for him. I actually have no problem with it. It's absolutely, go ahead, do what you got to do, man. You want to be a little demon? Go ahead. That's your day. But on my day, something I'm doing for myself, no, I don't want to be bothered with him. I'm sorry. I don't want to take him with me. I'd rather stay at home and deal with it and just wait till we get somebody to babysit him and then go. So that kid was a perfect fucking example today. Exactly why I don't want to take him places, especially the movies. Don't want to fucking do it. But anyway, back to the fucking Incredibles. Good movie. Very Me Too elements in there, though. There's a lot of Me Too elements in there.
Wow, I was just thinking feminist elements.
Exactly. The whole Me Too shit. It was a whole Me Too shit. Women should be inclusive. We should be the spotlight. We need to get our own movie. We need to get our own time. So I get it. You bench the fucking husband, and then you bring the woman back to have her save the day and all that other shit. Okay. Y'all had y'all little feminist movie now. Can we go back to having everything equal? Because I would like that. I would like that a lot. I don't mind it. It was a very amazing movie. I loved it from the bottom of my heart. It was a great movie. But at the same time, they did have fucking political messages.
Why does everything have to be political?
Because believe it or not, people do put political things or just things in the world that's happening influences your creativity. You know what I mean? You're going to write about something that's like Donald Trump, all that bullshit. So now a lot of things are talking about presidents and corruption and governments and politics because he's influencing that without trying to. So that's what people's messages in their movies and their writing is going to be about. So I think with this, yes, they put a female forward because of the whole fucking feminist movement, the Me Too times up, all that crazy shit. But at the same time, I even was telling Cecily during the movie, they made a very good meta point, and I'm saying meta because they were talking about not being on the phones. Like, you watching people, play video games, but you're not playing them yourselves, like Twitch and shit. You're sitting there watching people buy houses and buy cars, but you're not working to buy it yourself. And as the villain is explaining all this shit, we're actually watching the movie instead of going outside and living life for ourselves. So it was very meta. So she's talking to the hero, and we're like, oh, they got a good point. But as we're saying that, we're doing exactly what the villain was saying. But I think that was very, very clever.
But I did really enjoy the movie.
No, the movie was amazing. I think it was very, very clever.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. The movie had a lot of adult themes and stuff like that. The kids will enjoy it because of action and the humor.
Yeah.
But the adults, when you think about it, you're like, damn, that's fucking... some interesting fucking ideas there. You know what I mean? And then you see the whole Me Too thing with her taking center stage, and you're like, oh, I get it. It's a feminist thing too. So there's a lot of adult stuff in there.
I think Jack Jack though had to have been my favorite part.
The movie was amazing. Jack Jack was very, very good. I like how the whole character development of Jack Jack. You know what I mean? Because they could have just skipped over that whole part, just kept the plot, the big bad guy and all that shit. Yeah. But they took about 15 minutes out to give Jack Jack his own segment.
I feel like more than that. Like he had played a big role in the movie.
No, but I'm talking about his own individual spotlight in the backyard and stuff like that. It was 15 minutes of saying Jack Jack has these powers and it's really cool. And that's his personality. He's a little rebel fighting with the raccoon. It was cool, guys. It was cool. I highly suggest. If you could go see Incredibles 2, go see it.
Yeah, you have to, because it's amazing.
Yes, we're giving more money to Disney Pixar, but let's just hope that they're going to take that money to go buy the Spider-Man franchise back from Sony now.
Lord Jesus.
Because that Venom movie is going to be horrible.
Do you really think so?
Absolutely. The new trailers for it looks really, really bad. The premise looks really bad. It doesn't even... from what they're saying, that Peter Parker's in it as a cameo, but it takes place, I think, in San Francisco, right? And there's no reason for him to be in San Francisco.
Right.
So they're like, oh, well, yes, Tom Holland is going to be there as a cameo for 5 seconds. Like, you'll see him, on a school trip.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's not in the same universe as Venom.
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. So they're saying that there's 2 Tom Hollands, basically.
Oh, come on.
So there's now the real one, with the MCU, right? With Iron Man and all that shit, right? And then there's the one in the Venom universe, and that's just... Ignore that, basically. You gotta ignore that. It has nothing to do with the MCU. So there's 2 Tom Hollands.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Right, exactly. It's just it's fucking stupid, man.
It is stupid. That just made me mad.
Well, that's my whole point. Like, I just hope that they take the money and they kind of buy the Spider-Man franchise.
I hate this shit.
As soon as they start getting things together with Spider-Man, they just go, hey, let's just fuck it up with Venom now.
And people were so excited for that Venom movie.
I was too, man. I was like, yo, please. And it was actually showing the comic book art, with his face on it for the shirts. I was just like, please get it right. And I knew that they was going to start fucking it up when they go, oh, yeah, this doesn't take place with Spider-Man. I'm like, what? Because, the symbiote went to Deadpool and then it goes to Spider-Man.
Right.
And Deadpool was the reason why the symbiote kind of went a little bit insane. So the whole point is, when Spider-Man gets a suit and it transfers to Eddie Brock gets the powers and stuff. So there's no reason for Venom to have spider powers if it didn't come from Spider-Man first. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because remember, the suit takes a little bit of your DNA. So Spider-Man's DNA went to Venom, into the symbiote that went to Eddie Brock, so he was able to climb walls and shoot webs, you know what I mean? As long as he had the suit on. So if that's the case, and you see the new Venom movie and he's swinging on webs and shit, you go, the suit never went to Spider-Man first. How the fuck does that make sense?
That's very true.
You know what I mean? Like, what is Venom going to do in this movie if he has no spider powers?
They're probably going to give him spider powers.
Which makes no sense without Spider-Man. That's my whole point.
Damn.
They're fucking this movie up. And the whole thing is, there was an artist, a fan artist. He goes by the name Boss Logic. He made a fake poster. And because the new Spider-Man movie is called Spider-Man Far From Home.
But in the new Spider-Man movie, Jared Leto is going to be the star of the spinoff, right?
In the new Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, he's going to be Morbius.
Nah. Well, I could see him as Morbius, but I don't think... Because Mysterio is going to be in that movie. Jake Gyllenhaal is playing Mysterio. No, they confirmed it. Jake Gyllenhaal is playing Mysterio.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So, if he comes in as Morbius, that's interesting, because Morbius basically is a vampire that sucks plasma out of you. So he doesn't suck your blood. He doesn't bite into you. He has these little octopus things on his hands.
Yeah. And
he touches you and he takes your plasma out. He feeds off of plasma.
That's so weird.
Babies are reading articles. This is what I mean, people. She just reads things as we're doing a podcast. And
well, because I was just looking at something and then I saw that.
But then you go quiet because you're reading it.
I was just because I can't see fucking Jared Leto being in a fucking
Well, if you see Morbius, images of Morbius, you can see how they can make him Morbius. The hair and the fucking beard and shit, right? That looks like Morbius. It does. That's what I'm saying. I can see how they put him in there. But that just goes to my point. You put decent casting and I'm not saying great casting because I don't agree with Jake Gyllenhaal, but you put decent casting for Spider-Man, decent casting, right? But you can't do a little something for Venom. You can't really help Venom. This makes me think that maybe the MCU, Marvel, is going, okay, we're helping you with Spider-Man. Because, that's the deal. They're helping them. They're sharing profits. So you own Spider-Man right now for movies, okay? So we'll hope you do casting because we don't want you to fuck this up since we're attached to this now.
Yeah.
But Venom, y'all niggas can do what y'all want. And I think that's why Venom is so fucked up. Because there's still fucking movies up. Because remember, they fucked all the previous Spider-Man movies up.
Yeah.
So I think you leave him by himself. It's like a kid. You let him draw by himself, he's going to fucking draw some bullshit.
Fuck.
Like, you have to hold his hand. And I think that's why the Spider-Man movies are decent right now, and the Venom movie is going to be trash.
I love the Spider-Man movies.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man Homecoming was, like, amazing. I love that movie.
Spider-Man Homecoming was good. It was a real well thought out movie. I think that the villain was okay. It was very down to earth. It was.
Yeah.
There was no crazy supernatural bullshit happening. I think Michael Keaton, as much as I think is very stereotypical casting, because he did Batman, right?
Yeah.
A bird. And then he did the movie Birdman about a actor that played the superhero, that's now in depression type of shit.
Yeah.
So it was another bird character. So what do you give him in Spider-Man? Another bird character. The Vulture.
That's hilarious.
So I think it was stereotypical casting, but I think he did a very good job at the Vulture. I think the gray hair actually helped sell Vulture in a very believable way.
He played a very good bad guy.
Because in the comics, Vulture's like, I'm just take a limb here and say 80. Like he got like fucking sagging face. Yeah, and then he sucks your life out type of thing.
Which makes him look younger.
Makes him look younger for a couple hours or like a day or two.
Right.
And then it wears off and he has to go find somebody else.
Huh.
So I think Michael Keaton was a very good Vulture. Like he still had the gray hair, but it didn't look so bad.
Yeah.
Because if you had like an old dude in a wheelchair type of thing, you'd be like,
No.
this motherfucker can't be a villain. Right. In the comics it makes sense, but on a main screen, on a big screen, nah. So I think he was very good.
Screen.
It is a main screen compared to the comics. At least these days, because people will go, "Oh, I like Spider-Man," but they know nothing about the fucking comics. They just know the movies. So I think it was very, very good for Vulture. But I don't know, because I'm thinking about it. I don't see Venom as a success. I'm sorry, I don't. I think anyway. Back because I was thinking that's where we was at. Boss Logic made this picture, right? It has Spider-Man, and it has a movie titled Far From Home. And on it though, you see the symbiote coming up his legs, and you see the white patch on his hand where Venom shoots his webs at. Out. You have that there, so it looks like he's on another planet, and there's the Earth in front of him, and he's staring at the Earth like this, and he's standing still, and the suit is like taking his body.
Yeah.
It looks real cool as a fucking piece of art. That should have been the movie, the next Spider-Man movie, and that's how they should have introduced Venom. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with Boss Logic. That makes sense for the title, Far From Home. Because he's still on the planet.
Right,
and you could have tied this into the ending of Avengers 4 without giving away the ending of Avengers 4.
That's true.
You could have had him still on that planet where Tony, where he disappeared, and his way is to make his way back, and the Venom symbiote, because the Venom symbiote is from outer space, so the Venom symbiote finds him on some other planet as he's trying to get home, and that's how he becomes the Black Symbiote Spider-Man.
Huh.
That would have made more sense, and then he brings us the symbiote to the Earth at the end of the movie. Goes in the bell tower, because that's how it happens, and he tries to get the symbiote off the bell tower because it doesn't like sounds. Falls off of him, like climbs off him, and goes onto Eddie Brock. Boom, sequel, Venom movie. That makes sense.
Instead of doing it the way they did it.
Right, that makes sense. They don't
Why
do it
do
that
you think they didn't do it that way?
Because fucking Sony is stupid and they just want to cash in money. Spider-Man did very well because of the MCU, and it was like, oh, everybody loves Venom. Let's try to get more money out of their pockets. Make a Venom movie now, and that's how it happened.
That's stupid.
Yep, absolutely fucking dumb. And then now they're saying that the Far From Home movie that's being filmed is not going to take place in space, like the fan art made, which makes more sense. It's going to take place over different locations of the planet Earth. So you got this city at one, this country another, this city is another one. So he's constantly going to be away from New York. I don't fucking know.
Because
is he going to be like teleported by Doctor Strange to different places?
But
it makes no
to
sense.
me, it doesn't make sense because nigga's dead. Like he did not feel well. Like Tony, I don't feel good.
But supposedly it takes place after Avengers 4 anyway. 2 months after Avengers 4.
What?
2 months after Avengers 4.
So then why is it even coming out now?
I don't know. It's that's the whole point. They're doing Sony and MCU. I think this is their one little hiccup. They're not really staying on the same track with each other.
That's fucking retarded.
Yep. So from here, we're gonna jump into games.
Games.
I knew you was gonna say that. Games. Let's go.
Sith, don't play yourself.
Games.
You beat me to it. Games, yeah, let's go. Games. Cecily wants to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3. Go ahead.
I am so motherfucking excited. Lord Jesus. Do you know how many years I've been waiting for this?
1.
What? No. I have been waiting for this game to come out.
Oh,
I feel like almost like fucking 10 years. since the second game. Then they dropped the bullshit like Dream Drop Distance and fucking like 2.5, then 2.8, which had like Dream Drop Distance and the stupid motherfucking card game that I really hated and all this extra shit.
You hate that card game?
Yeah, they had like one that had like a card game and like you could play and defeat people with the cards, and it was stupid, so I never played it.
You said it was stupid? But I don't know, maybe it's just me. I kind of like games like that.
I mean, maybe that's the...
Because sometimes it's like you're still playing what you like, but it just takes you out of that repetitive...
So then you know what? You play that one, and let me know if you get into Kingdom Hearts.
No, like I said, if I like a franchise...
Are you gonna... Wait, pause. Are you gonna watch me play this one?
No, fuck no.
What?
I don't like Kingdom Hearts, I'm sorry.
You need to watch me.
I don't like Kingdom Hearts with the fucking stupid ass Mickey shoes and stuff. And a keyblade that's not really a sword. It's more like a pipe. You're hitting him with a pipe.
Yo.
It is. It's not
Stop
sharp.
talking shit right now about my fucking game.
I'm not talking shit about it. I'm just saying the sword doesn't make sense to me except for that little part on the end, the key part. The rest is a pipe. How is a sword? It's a fucking giant pipe with a knife on the end. It's a pipe with a knife on the end, man. It's not a blade.
Me and Linda are gonna fuck you
up.
Linda
likes that shit too?
We are fucking...
Scream Linda on Instagram, free marketing.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Why are you playing Clash Royale? Put this shit down. We are talking in the podcast. I'm
so excited. The trailer came out.
Why are you still on Clash Royale? Take that shit to...
Shut the fuck up.
Why are you on that?
I'm opening a fucking chest.
No, let's fucking
We're talking about games. This is a game.
That's not fair.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Anyway, you talk about Kingdom Hearts. The only thing I like about Kingdom Hearts is the new levels. The levels look cool. That's it.
You need to watch me play the fucking
I'm not watching you play no Mickey game, man.
Yo, it's not just a fucking Mickey game, Nicholas.
He looks like fucking Mickey Cecily.
No, he does not.
The giant ass shoes.
Are you talking about Sora?
Yes, he looks like...
Stop talking shit about my fucking people.
Okay, the giant ass shoes. What's that?
You are about
How big is his feet compared to the shoes?
You're about to get fucked up.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
You're about to get
fucked up. This is an honest question.
You're about to get
As a fan, I'm going to ask you an honest question.
You're about to get fucked up.
Why are your shoes like Mickey, but Organization 13, their shoes are fine? Like, they got regular fucking shoes. Everybody got regular shoes except for this motherfucker and Mickey.
You're about to get fucked up.
Can I get an explanation on that then? What is he, Mickey's son?
Okay, so Organization 13...
No, I want to talk about their feet. Why do they got regular feet and he don't?
I have to talk about everything.
Oh my god, it's like clown shoes.
I gotta talk about everything.
Oh my god, go ahead.
Alright, so... Okay, so you shut up. Shut up. Okay, so when a person loses their heart to the darkness, right?
I'm listening. I lost my heart to the darkness a long time ago. Good.
So then somewhere in Kingdom Hearts universe, you have a nobody.
I'm a nobody.
You don't, babe.
What? Go ahead.
So basically, all of Organization 13's, they're nobodies. They're trying to find
somebody. I'm sorry, it's Marilyn Manson. The song went in my head. You're nobody, wanna be somebody else. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm not explaining this. You don't love me enough.
I do. Just who we are. Oh! I'm sorry. It's in my head now.
You made me very sad.
Oh, don't be sad, baby. I pet the booby. Don't be sad.
Don't touch me. You don't want to listen to my love of Kingdom Hearts.
I grab your titties in the name of Mickey. It's cool.
Get off.
Oh, my God. PS4 and PS4 not playing nice.
Nobody cares.
They do. This is today's news. This is current events, man.
Kingdom Hearts is current events.
Kingdom Hearts what? 2019 is coming out.
Right before my birthday.
Right, January 2019.
Before. You have that. That's all I want for my birthday.
All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. My two front teeth.
I'm done.
My two front.
I'm gonna whip you with this lanyard.
Why are you whipping me? Okay, my DNA got flashbacks to that shit. Hey, my name is not Toby.
I'll do
Stop playing. Ow, motherfucker, that hurts. My name's not motherfucking Toby, okay? It's Kunta Kinte. Out there, do not fucking whip me with that. Stop playing, baby.
Annoying me again.
You're supposed to take the fucking whip. You know what? You're right. I want to win. Give me one. So, PS4, okay? It's coming out. The PS4 is not... Stop with me. Let me get through this. The PS4 is not playing well with Nintendo and Xbox all thanks to that stupid ass game Fortnite.
Oh my god.
Look, Fortnite is a very good game. I like it. I'm just very upset that they took the game that I loved and I was enjoying, and it was a new experience for me. And I don't mean Battle Royale, motherfuckers. I mean the actual game. And I know people gonna be like, what, Save the World mode? There was no Save the World mode. That was a motherfucking game. The Save World mode was the fucking game, and then PUBG blew up in popularity, and then all of a sudden now they fucking came up with that mode, and now everybody fucking plays it. Okay? So no, when you think Fortnite, I don't want y'all to be like, oh, Fortnite, that Battle Royale game. No, I'm sorry, it's an actual fucking game. Battle Royale is a secondary component that apparently got more popular than the main component. But it's still a game called Save the World. That's the fucking game. Sorry. So I was playing that, and then they added Battle Royale in, and that's when I stopped playing. But I do play it every now and then, though. So I can tell you.
Yes,
I do play the Battle Royale mode. It is fun.
Download it on the PS4 so that we can play together.
Exactly. Now the problem is, if I'm on the Xbox or Nintendo, the PS4 will not allow you to play with them. If you try to, upload your account from your Nintendo account or your Xbox account to the PlayStation, they tell you there's an error. PS4 and PlayStation, Sony, they're not playing well with others. And honestly, that also goes back to the Venom movie. This is the reason why Sony is so fucking trash. they do not play. Yeah, they do not play well with others, and they don't want to get outside anybody else but their box. I mean, they listened to Marvel when Spider-Man got fixed. They should be listening to Nintendo and Xbox right now, because Nintendo and Xbox is saying, you know what? Yeah, let's fucking play together. That's cool. Let our gamers play with each other.
Yeah,
that's perfectly fine. Even Nintendo and Xbox, they trolled them. They made a fucking marketing banner that they put in like magazines. It says "Survive Together," and on one side, the "Survive" is the Xbox, and "Together" is the Nintendo.
Huh.
Like it's a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
So one side is the Nintendo colors with the logo, and the other side is the Xbox colors with the logo. But you get the joke, survive together, because PlayStation doesn't want to be together with them.
Yeah.
So the whole marketing is just them two.
That's hilarious.
They're like, yeah, we're going to play together, but these niggas, fuck them. Like, that's the way. And so now Sony, they called out, I think, the head of it in the middle of an event in public, where you couldn't just do like a press conference type of thing. It was in public. And he goes, yeah, we're working on it. We'll get back to you. Something that makes the fans happy, the gamers happy, but also us, smart for us in a business sense. So I think what Sony's probably going to do, because, they're money hungry, is they're probably going to charge you to allow you to cross-play with people.
Really?
That's my idea. That's where I think this is going. Because why would he say something that also makes sense for us business-wise? Business-wise, it makes sense just to allow the shit to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're getting pushback from the gamers. I mean, why fucking not? But I think they're just going to charge you. Because remember, the play on PlayStation is free.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus is not free. But just to play online or download things, that's free.
Yeah.
So I think they'll also do crossplay. They're gonna have the PS Plus package, the PlayStation Plus package that you have now, but then you're gonna have probably some stupid shit like the PS Plus package, where you'll also be able to
play an ultimate package.
Right, where it also allows crossplay. I bet you that's where that shit is going.
Damn.
I'm telling you. Call it now, y'all. Right here on the Oh Sith Show, 6/27/2018. I'm calling this bullshit. That's exactly what Sony's gonna do.
That's ridiculous, though.
It makes quote unquote sense for them in a business sense. I think that's what's gonna happen.
That's crazy.
Yep. Also, with Fortnite and PUBG, since we was talking about that, PUBG dropped a lawsuit against Fortnite, which is good for Fortnite fans, because now you're not going to lose your game. Congratulations. So
Nick was trying to explain that to me in the cab, because I had no idea about any motherfucking lawsuit.
Yeah, because if it was here in the U.S., Fortnite would have won. Since it was South Korea, and South Korea's laws and their rules are different, just because it does take after PUBG in a sense, and PUBG came first in the Battle Royale genre, not in the entire genre, but in the popularity sense of it now, they came first. PUBG would have won because of those elements. In the US, no, it's not direct copying, you know what I mean? All the elements are not direct copying. Fortnite would have won that case because the building mechanic and the cartoon mechanic, all that saves it from being a copy. Because PUBG, they sued two other games. I think it's called Knives Out, and another one, it was phone games, mobile games. Yeah. And they won. So those games had to shut down. They won. Fortnite would have won against PUBG in the US because of the fact it has building mechanics, not a direct clone. It has its own features. But in South Korea, since it is a battle royale game, since they are using the same engine, which does belong to Fortnite, ironically, Unreal and Epic Games, so it does belong to them. But just because of the fact that it did come after PUBG, and there is things like 100 people dropping from something in the air, for I think for PUBG, I think it's an airplane, I forgot. But for Fortnite, it's the bus. You know what I mean? Like, you drop onto an island, you kill each other, 100 people, blah, blah, blah. That right there is kind of PUBG. It's copyrighted. So in South Korea, they would have won. So to me, it's interesting knowing you're going to win the lawsuit, but then you drop it. Why?
That's odd.
Very, very odd. They would have won in South Korea. That's why they were suing them in South Korea.
Yeah.
And the funny part is the company Tencent Games, that they do work with PUBG and stuff. They also have a share in Fortnite in Epic Games.
Do they?
So they have a share in both companies, but yeah, they allow them still to be sued. Makes no sense.
That's crazy.
I don't know, man. It gets interesting. I want to know, what did Fortnite and Epic Games say? You know what I mean? To be like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, let's come to a compromise, and you drop that little lawsuit.
Yeah, that's like the dude that you were telling me. Where, well, I guess we'll talk about that later.
Which one?
With the Me Too whole thing.
Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about that shit. Smash Brothers Ultimate is coming out for the Switch. I'm excited because I like Super Smash Brothers. Yeah. And it's coming out for the Switch, which is going to make me even more happy when it comes out because I get to take it with me and play and all that shit.
I just want Super Mario's.
They're not. I don't think that's coming out for maybe another year or two, honestly. And the PlayStation, they did say that the PlayStation is coming to the end of its lifespan, end of its life cycle. Really? So, yeah, get ready for the PS5.
That's crazy.
Yep, but the Xbox One and the Nintendo, they're still saying that they're not coming out with a new system yet.
But you want to know what? How are you going to come out with the new system when you're coming out with new games that's still like Kingdom Hearts is going to be for PS4. It's not going to be for your new system. So
what are you going to... That's what people are saying. They're like, you still got so much left in the tank. Why go to the PS5? I can tell you right now, money. Think about it. Right now, they're the leading system in the console wars. There's more people. I think they sold 80 million units.
Of what?
Of PS4s.
But you want to know what? And they said
that the Switch and the Xbox One is like 10 million units behind them. So they're in the lead.
But you want to know what? At that, I don't even know, like, where to buy my game now. Because I'm not going to sit here.
GameStop is gone, man.
No, but I'm saying, like, I feel like now I should buy it on the Xbox.
Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
Is it coming out for the Xbox? I thought it was
No, it's coming out everything.
Yeah, it used to be a PlayStation exclusive, right? Damn, PlayStation lost that shit, too.
Yeah, look. I'll show you right now.
Oh, my God. Yeah. You're right.
Don't be so mean to me.
She wants dead air. She just wants me to go quiet on the mic while she looks for this shit.
No, baby.
Oh, man.
That's not nice.
So while Ceci's looking that up, let's go into a disturbance of the Force.
Real, you still doing the whole hype man thing?
There's a disturbance in the Force.
So, we're back. Right. One thing that I want to talk about is Terry Crews.
Let's talk about it.
That's a big disturbance in the Force for me.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. I know that we discussed...
Educate them, babe.
There we go. So, all right, Terry Crews. Now, like, we discussed this before. The whole Me Too thing has been ups and downs. I've had a lot of people argue with me over this shit.
Nick has been on a rampage for the whole Me Too movement.
I am a supporter of women coming out. I am a supporter of them, not being taken advantage of. I'm a supporter of them not being raped, molested, sodomized, all that good shit. But I don't like how people use it for power. I don't like how people threaten people with it. I don't like how everybody now wants to cry wolf over the shit when they just have bad dates. It's something that's a good thing, but then it's a bad thing at the same time. It's like, okay, you invent guns to protect yourself, but then niggas want to use it to shoot each other. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very torn. It's like just like that. So you have a weapon for good, which is the whole Me Too movement, but then some people want to use it for evil.
Okay.
So that's my whole thing about it. Now, one of the things that I've been talking about for the longest, even before the whole Me Too thing, was men being taken advantage of, men being raped, men being sodomized, and nobody wants to take them seriously because of the fact that they're a male. Cecily, right?
I'm blinking right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So because of the fact that that's something that goes on that people, they don't want to acknowledge. Now, from what I know of, okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, people, but Terry Crews right now is the first, let's say, celebrity that's come out with this whole Me Too movement now.
You're talking about male celebrity. You can't say celebrity.
Well, yes, male celebrity. Thank you. So I'm gonna read what basically happened. He was at the going for the Sexual Assault Survivors Bill of Rights.
Okay.
And he was in front of the whole the Senate and all that
podium,
good stuff.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So he this is him saying, okay, his quote is, "This past year, we have seen powerful men in Hollywood and elsewhere finally held accountable for sexual assault. We also saw the backlash survivors face coming forward. I wanted these survivors to know that I believed them, I supported them, and that this happened to me too." Okay?
Yes.
So In reporting his own assault, he said, "I heard time and time again about the rights that my predator had, but I was never told about the rights I had as a survivor. That was a wake-up call. I knew I had to be part of what was happening here today in regard to the Sexual Assault Survivor Bill of Rights. If you know what you can do, you can actually do something about it." Now, he said he was at a party in 2016 when the head of the motion picture department at his then agency twice grabbed his genitals in front of his wife. Okay. His first reaction, Cruz said, was to be violent, and I immediately held back. They asked him why, and he said, he's a former linebacker, he said, as a black man in America, you only have a few shots at success. You only have a few chances to make yourself a viable member of the community. I'm from Flint, Michigan, and we all know they have issues in Flint. I have seen many young black men who were provoked into violence. They were in prison or they were killed. They're not here. And he also said it was his wife who counseled restraint, telling him if he ever had anyone try to push him into any situation, don't do it, but don't give up. He said, his quotes, "She trained me and told me if this situation happens, let's leave. And the training worked because I did not go into my first reaction. The training worked. But the next day I went right to the agency and he says, I have texts, I have my own conversations, and I told him this is unacceptable." Now, when he asked what they were going to do about the predator roaming your halls, he said he was given every assurance and then they disappeared. He said the assault lasted only minutes, but what he was effectively telling me while he held my genitals in his hand was that he held the power, that he was in control. Cruz said of the encounter with Bennett, "The experience encouraged me to come forward with my own experience and reflect on the cult of toxic masculinity," he explained. "I'm not a small or insecure man, but in that moment and in the time that followed, I've never felt more emasculated." He said, "Watching women step forward as part of the Me Too movement," he said, this shame washed over me again and again, and I knew I had to act and speak out as he has as both a victim and a man in a position to do something about it. I have to say the silence is deafening when it comes to men coming forward. As I told my story, I was told over and over that this was not abuse, that this was a joke, that this was just horseplay. But one man's horseplay is another's humiliation." So, Cecily, what do you think?
Well, look, it's very hard for me personally to understand a man being sexually assaulted. It doesn't make sense to me. Can I acknowledge the fact that when this man approached him and cupped his ball sack,
he grabbed his balls.
When he did that,
ball grabber,
that he made him feel
cock hugger.
Uncomfortable enough to say that to him he felt sexually assaulted. Yes, I can say that. Can I understand? Not necessarily. I know I sound as confused as I feel. So
when Donald Trump walked up to women and said, by his own words, he grabbed them by the pussy, why is that different from Terry Crews having his balls and grabbing by the balls? Like he's grabbing by the balls.
It's not different.
Exactly. So it's a man. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. He was still sexually assaulted. It can happen. Women sexually assault men all the time.
I acknowledge that it could happen.
Right. But you're saying it's hard for you to understand that it can happen? Is that what I'm
saying? That it's confusing to me. Like it doesn't correlate sexual assault with a man. My brain doesn't.
But you know it's sexual assault though.
Correct.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
My brain is a very weird place.
Because the thing is, there's a lot of men that get sexually assaulted every fucking day, and we don't say nothing about it because of the fact that it's a woman, or we feel we're not supposed to, or okay, when situations happen that if we go, they're not going to believe us or take us seriously. Listen, even myself, and I've told Cecily this before, I feel like I was raped at one point, and people go, well. See, I know Cecily's shaking her head.
I'm shaking my head right now.
Because the thing is, it happened. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, listen, I'm a sexual deviant myself, okay? So you put me in a situation to where it gets kind of kinky, my dick's going to get hard no matter what. But if I tell somebody no, okay, and there's no safe word, because it's not like a BDSM scene, it's like a regular shit. So my no actually means no, okay? And I say no, and it continues, and afterwards I feel like shit, okay? And I'm doing it because I don't want to disappoint the person. Then it's the same thing as, okay, these women are going there because they're afraid to lose their job. I mean, it's the same exact shit, but because I'm a man and I can physically overpower somebody, I should do that. That's what people are basically saying, that you can't be raped if you could physically overpower the person, if you exude intimidation and testosterone, and that's just not true. Because a lot of husbands, they don't want to fuck their wives, but their wives want to fuck them because they're going through their sexual peak phase, because women get it at an older age than men. So while we're losing our sex drive, women are gaining a sex drive, which is completely fucked up. We're missing each other throughout our entire lives. But the point is, when that happens and the husband doesn't want to, and the wife holds him down, gets on top of his dick and starts riding him, he just said no. So if a husband did that to a wife, the wife would be like, my husband raped me last night. I said no, and he still stuck his dick inside me. It's the same damn shit. So I don't really understand why people think just because it's happening to a man and we don't report it, that it's not something that's an issue. It is. Women, they smack men's asses in the street and they go, oh, look at that tight ass, and they smack their asses and shit like that. Granted, it doesn't happen as often as men smacking women's asses, but it's the same shit. If I did that to a chick right now, I'm going on fucking Me Too. I'm getting the cops called on me. I'm being held down by fucking guys that want to fuck her that's around her. That's the type of shit. But if a girl smacks my ass and I'm with my boys, it's a game. It's funny. How's that? It's the same fucking shit. What if I got a girl and I don't want no other girl touching my ass? I'm with Cecily and Eve. Like, I don't want no other fucking bitch touching my ass. So if that happens, and I'm wrong for calling the cops and holding her down, just like it would happen if it's me. How does that? I don't understand why people can't correlate that this is something that also happens to men. And you got to respect Terry Crews. He's the first one that has enough power to speak on it, that came out and said, like, listen, this happens to us too.
I'm not saying that I'm not respecting him. I'm just saying that it's just difficult for me to understand. That's it.
No, I completely get it, and I'm not crucifying you for it.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
That's all right.
I'm not. I'm just saying that this is an issue that is prevalent, and nobody is speaking on it, even though it is happening. There's this Me Too. They're limiting it to just women, and women are using this shit as a weapon and accusing men and all this other shit. But when it really actually needs to be done is that it needs to be inclusive with men. Other dudes need to step up, because you remember what was it, Corey Feldman, and then the other one, remember they were the two Corys, and they died.
Corey Graves.
No, Corey Graves is WWE. Baby. No,
I know.
No, it was Corey Feldman and Corey something else, and they were child actors. They were raped by men in Hollywood. When they were young. Right. So now you remember what I'm talking about.
When they were kids.
Right. And they were raped, and they kept saying we were raped.
I've watched documentaries on it.
Right. And they kept saying like we were raped. Nobody took them seriously. And then one of them just killed themselves I think a couple years back.
But you want to know
like they were speaking on it for years. They got fucked up in the head.
But you want to know what's also it's so hard. So they were children, correct?
Right.
It is hard for society. It is easier, I feel like, for me, for society to be like, okay, they were a victim of pedophilia, and yes, they were raped. But if you ask them after they were 21, and I don't doubt that some of the behavior did exist at that point, because some of them were raped until I think maybe their early
teens, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna sit here and really say that that's. A lot of people won't think at the mindset that if you're of a certain age and a male, that's something that can happen to you. Personally, for me, it's just something that's hard for me to kind of understand. I just don't. Part of me doesn't get it. Like I feel like for men that they were victims at a young age, that's easier for me to comprehend with years of sexual abuse. Why? As an older male, it's not a situation that you could stop. Because I feel like for me, I've had experiences of sexual assault in my past, but I think it was in circumstances where, I felt either extremely pressured, or there was just a whole fuckload of bad circumstances where, no was not an option. And I think it's very hard for women to think of men being in a situation where they can't say no. Because men are, individuals that we grow up and your daddy always protects you and the man of the house. And you grow up with, I know it's, cheesy, but you grow up with machismo type of things where, men are, the big, strong guys. And you don't see people like that being sexually assaulted. It's not something that makes sense to me.
Okay,
I get it.
Kevin Hart could be definitely sexually assaulted. He's like 10 pounds and 3 feet.
Yes, but that man can also, because of his height, rip a nigga's dick off. Like,
but so can a woman. She could bite his dick off. I mean,
I'm just saying. I feel like it's very hard to think of a man being held down and things done to him, especially at a certain and for a male to be overpowered, especially by a female.
But it doesn't have to be physical.
I'm not saying that it doesn't happen.
But it doesn't have to be physical. For example, you can have control over me and rape me if I say no, because I don't want to disappoint my wife. I don't want to make... So it's kind of like that mental control. You know, it's like when you're in an abusive relationship, he doesn't have to hit you. You feel like you owe it to him. You're obliged to do it. You have to do it. You're scared what's going to happen if you don't. You know, it's a whole mental thing, too.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, baby. I get what you're saying. I get your point. I'm just saying it can happen. It's wrong, though. It's wrong.
I'm not saying it's right. Lord Jesus.
I'm not saying you're saying it's right. I'm just saying it's a wrong opinion to have. And what you're saying is a perfect example of what everybody thinks, but they just don't say it. Everybody, that's why Pete, they laugh at us, they make fun of us. It's true. These things happen. And I'm really happy Terry Crews came out, but it is a disturbance in the force. It's something that more men needs to come out, and we need to basically say, like, listen, this is happening. Those Corey brothers, you know, they fucking warned us, and no, everybody wanted to ignore the shit. Everybody wanted to know Michael Jackson. Get mad at me, Michael Jackson did it. He fucking did it. But, because I know people are like, no, Michael. Yeah, Michael too. He took advantage of Macaulay Culkin and all those little... Look at Macaulay Culkin now. He looked like a victim of some shit, okay? Like, no. The motherfucker's addicted to drugs. He's jumping in wrestling rings, and he's like 2 feet. Nah. Macaulay Culkin got fucking molested too by Michael, alright? That shit happened. But my point is, these things are they were warning us, and they're still prevalent. And it's now, okay, we know about the kids, we know now about the adults, but now what about the kids becoming adults? These child actors that, you know, actually grow into superstars, like Justin Timberlake. What the fuck happened to him? I'm not saying something happened to him.
I know, I was just hold up, wait.
He went from Disney to now being an adult. So I'm just saying, imagine his path. He probably got some stories to tell. You know what I mean? Like, what they try to do from a kid to probably what they try to do to him when he was in NSYNC. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's something that could happen at every single stage. So when people are growing up in the industry, are we really surprised when they go fucking nuts? You know what I mean? Like, imagine what happened to Miley Cyrus. You know what I mean? She went off the deep end. You know what I mean? Fucking Britney Spears went off the deep end. It's just, these things are happening, and I believe it. I do.
It's not that like I said before, it's not that I don't believe. It's just something that's hard to wrap my brain around. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. And Terry Crews is like a very big, strong black man. Stupid. Like, that's my dude, man. It's very hard to think about somebody like that masculine feeling, you know, the way women feel.
Victimized?
Yes, like that. Like, it pulls my heartstrings. It makes me very sad for him, because I know what that feels like. So to think of somebody like him feeling that way, it's just, it's almost something that I can't wrap my head around.
Listen, I can put myself in his shoes. I can. And you're sitting down there, and you're hot shit, you're buff, and then all of a sudden this dude comes and just grab your balls. And you're like, this motherfucker, is he actually serious that he just did that to me? In that moment, you're looking at him and you're going, he's not big, he's not strong, he's a twig. But for him to have enough balls to come and grab my balls, this nigga means business. Like, he is serious. And you know that he's one of the most powerful producers there. You know what I mean? And he got your career. Basically, he's right. Like, he has your career in his hands. Like, it's intimidating, man. Like, that's mentally intimidating. Like, that's some shit where he can look at some dude pull out a gun and he will react faster than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just like, what the fuck? You know, and he just staring at the dude like, what the fuck do I do? You know what I mean? Like, it's a fucked up situation, man. I think what makes it worse is
that it wasn't just once. It was
twice. He said twice. The dude did it to make a point.
I get it.
Like, it's scary, man. Anyway, we wanted to educate you guys with the disturbance of the force. You know, we do this every time on the Oh Sith Show. We bring light on things that needs to be discussed, things that, you know, not every news outlet is going to cover, but things that we feel you need to know. Right, baby?
Yes, baby.
Yeah, baby's still sitting here quiet. I think she's thinking about Terry Crews, though.
I'm kind of speechless. It's a hard topic.
So, until next time.
May the fucking force be with
you. Oh, baby remembers that. Yeah, may the fucking force be with you, deuces.
This has been the Oh Sith Podcast Show. Not enough for you? Make sure to subscribe. Let us know your questions and comments. New episodes every weekend with bonus episodes throughout the week.